Welcome back, everybody, to Minor League Esports. We are so sorry about those technical difficulties, but we want to maintain the best quality possible for you guys to enjoy. But we're here, we're ready to roll. We're back with more Demolition and Spectre action this time around in Master League. I'm Grant, CFO, and joining me again in the booth is Dud. How are you doing now?
I'm doing really good. I'm glad that we're able to finally get everything fixed. Like I said, we want to give you the best possible production as possible. So we apologize so much for the wait, but we have everything under control, it looks like now. And we are ready for these Master League matchups, Spectres and Demolition again. This is going to be an even more tight race for those playoff spots. Currently, they both hold a playoff spot. Spectre sitting on that second seed at 36-19, only the Elite who got a 5-0 this week sits above them. And the Demolition, they're sitting there at 32-23. So the Spectre and the Demolition could switch spots if the Demolition gets, per se, a good series win, and Spectre, I don't know. The division is still up for grabs here in the Mythic Division, even though the Demolition are the 6th seed.
Yeah, I think if we are reading this correctly, to stay in the #1 spot, I mean, Spectre, unless they get swept, actually, they won't lose that #1 lead. So it's not as high stakes as we see here, but I mean, Demolition, they'd love to hand it to them just like they did in Foundation League, but we'll see if all of that unfolds. We've got our players under the way because we know you guys have been waiting long enough to see some Master League action. Here we go, it's Blackwatch starting things off. I think we are going to reset because of the mutator. Never mind. We had one goal game still on, so everybody will skip the replay and we'll try this one more time. It would have been fun. I don't even know if the stream switched to it. It doesn't look like it. We're still here. Hey, Radiocast, Maceface, our match official is scored. Yay. Or maybe it was Blackwatch, but a lot of fun stuff happening. We're all smiles here, and we hope you are too at home. We hope everybody's doing well, but we are so good to just be here and putting on a show for you guys. But this time, for real, hopefully, we're gonna get you a Demolition Spectre matchup. Like we said, #1 is the Spectre, #2 is the Demo. It's just gonna be a clash of the division, so let's get things going this time. Miko and Blackwatch will find themselves off on the kickoff. 5 minutes on the clock to go in game #1. What are we looking for here, Dud?
We're looking for a strong start, and that's what Luigi is gonna bring out here for the Demolition. Right off the kickoff, banger crossbar down into the net. Demolition, they aren't waiting to score.
It's a good calculation from Miko off the kickoff to slow the ball's momentum, get a nice solid roller over to their teammate. Golden Luigi takes it all the way. Like you said, crossbar down, dinger, and in. Light will put this up high. Miko intercepts it, playing it at the back wall for their teammate. Waiting outfield, passes it in. It's another solid shot from Golden Luigi. It's a 2-0 lead for Demo.
Demo, they've come to play today. They want that division spot. Golden Luigi, a nice touch. Once again, great placement in the upper portion of the net. And they're looking strong. Oh boy, 2 goals in 13 seconds.
We're seeing shades of the Foundation Demo League, or Foundation League Demo team that we saw. They were so aggressive on offense and so solid, and Spectre were kind of left in their own half guessing. But, I mean, in Master League, there's not going to be much guessing going on from the Spectres. Blackwatch gets a nice pinch out to Golden Luigi, who receives it down low. Light will try to read this. They meet the ball there halfway, but it goes out for Blackwatch. Golden Luigi actually going to instead recover off a Demo, but Miko's back out for the Demolition. Plays it off the right wall and keeps it infield. They might have a defender to beat. No, nobody went for it. It's Golden Luigi receiving it on the left side, past the back wall. Miko backs out, and Blackwatch connection over to Light, not found quite yet, but it's a strong shot in behind Miko, and it's Spectre on the board next.
And Miko had the good thought process of not necessarily overcommitting to that offensive zone that the Demolition had there. But it's just really unfortunate because that was a well-placed shot by Light combined with the unfortunateness of Miko accidentally running off of the side of the back wall and just couldn't get there in time. It was a really good shot by Light. Spectre still in this game.
And Golden Luigi excuse me, awaits the pass, sends it up high, wants to follow, and it goes under, light off the post and in. Golden Luigi picks up a hat trick.
Well, Luigi popping off. For starters, I love his name. Second of all, what well placement going underneath Light, knowing that Light is going to be on that top side of the goal, and just kind of puts it right over him, right on the post, bounces in, and Demolition back to a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, those big brain field smarts coming in clutch for the demo. Luigi wanted another shot, but Blackwatch gets the carry out from the right side. They'll try to get it down to Light, instead taking it on their own. Pinch off the wall, throw off Miko for a moment there. Could get it over Luigi here, but they get bumped, and they're unable to continue downfield. But Light plays it back in up high. Luigi puts it down low again, and Light's got control once more. Luigi finally gets it out, but is played again back in by Blackwatch. Miko try to dribble around. Luigi's got a strong bouncing clear off their roof, and Light's gonna have to recover it in, but it's beat out by Neo. Blackwatch puts one up high. Luigi sends it away, and it's Demo holding down their own half pretty darn well, able to advance out into Spectre territory, but not for long as Blackwatch continues even further down into Demo territory. Light can't get the read, and that's over to Blackwatch once more.
Yeah, and the Spectre, they're showing that they also have the offensive pressure that's needed. And Blackwatch has a chance here. It's off the post and falls back down to Blackwatch. He's able to put it in. Spectre take this lead back down to 1.
It's a silly little goal there, but panic was all around for Demolition. Blackwatch waits it out and is able to slip one under each defender. And that's putting them in a better spot to tie the game with 2.5 minutes to go. That's halftime. Light could have a flick to tie it, but it's blocked by Luigi. Over the top of Blackwatch, who has to race back for it now. Demolition tries to get it across. Miko's done so very well, but Light clears it away to the right side. It's up high off the ceiling, down low again for Blackwatch. Just carrying it all the way to the right corner into Demo territory. Miko, last one back, gets it over the top off the 50-50. Miko gets it around Light. They've got some speed to go and space. One more to beat. Flick over the top. Didn't get the Demo. Blackwatch has a clear down to Luigi, who's played it once more into the corner. And it's a misread from Blackwatch, allowing Demo to regroup here, maybe recollect. Blackwatch, they've got a little bit of smarts to work with, and Miko will get it out into Spectre territory. This time it's a shot in. How do you even save that? Light, you're insane.
Light really just kind of instinctively reacting to where the Demolition was going to put that shot, barely pinches it off his own top corner of the post. It's an excellent save. Got 1:30 left, a little less than. Spectre still in this game. Light really bringing out some confidence here for the Spectre, but they just need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
Light coming in at the speed of Light for that save, keeping him alive. And Miko plays it over to the corner for Demolition. Gonna try a send in, but Blackwatch will instead take it for their own here. Over the top of Luigi, who had an unfortunate clear back into their own corner. Blackwatch pops it up, maybe for Light to capitalize on, but they're beat out by Luigi. Blackwatch awaits the touch from Miko, 50-50 into the corner. Still dangerous. Demo could sweep out one of the defenders, but they choose not to. Instead, Luigi plays it over the top. Almost went crossbar down. They've got to be patient here on defense, and Miko will not get the clear, but they will get it out to their teammate, who's got another opportunity, but Light shuts that one off a little more. Miko once again plays it back in. Light up high. It floats kind of just down for Luigi, who's got a weak shot. Easy clear for Blackwatch. They eat those ones for breakfast.
And the Demolition are doing a very good job on this offensive pressure of theirs to just boost start the Spectre. What they do is they get a hit off of the back wall, and then they rotate out, grab boost, and just prevent the clear. And it seems to have taken up so much time, the Spectre just don't have enough time to get a goal, and that's exactly what happens. Demolition are going to take game 1.
Well, it was a close game and not too far off for Spectre. They only fell short by 1 goal, but we take a look at the shots. I mean, that's the first thing my eye jumps to. Demolition come out with 9 and Spectre with 6. Not too far behind, but Demolition had a few more opportunities, and the more of those you can create, the better chances you have at succeeding. It seems like a very obvious thing just say out loud, but you know how the saying goes, easier said than done, and Demolition will teach that to you.
And one thing I do want to point out is that while the Spectre had 6 shots, the Demolition only had 2 saves, and the same thing can be said the other way. The Demolition had 9 shots, but the Spectre only had 5 saves. So while there is offensive pressure being put out, and some of it does succeed in going into the net, not everything is necessarily on target for both sides. And I feel like either a mix of passing plays, because there was one moment I saw where Golden Luigi was clearly waiting for a pass from Miko, but Miko decided to try to flick it into the net, but it got easily saved by the Spectre. So I feel like a combination of passing plays and just kind of shoring up base weaknesses will help both teams, because this was a very close game 1, and this series can still go either way.
Yeah, and it's another thing to factor in of shot placement. You know, we talk about those saves, and Spectre have been able to kind of farm those up, but it's a result of Demolition not being able to place the shots the way they want to and need to score effectively. They get away with it, though, and that's Luigi with the dunk around the left side of the defender, and it's an early goal lead for Demolition once more.
That was very smart by Luigi. He wanted to carry that in, noticed that Blackwatch was right there, wanted to send that off to the side. Golden Luigi read that perfectly, prevented that clear from coming in. It pinched into the net, and Demolition have a lead again here in Game 2.
Luigi wants to make it 2, though. Tried to get a fast one on Blackwatch, but they've got a shot in. It's not going to do them much. Light's got the clear. We know that one of the strategies you can talk about is kind of playing it fast out of your own half and then slowing it down. It's kind of a viable thing that Demolition could take more advantage of here, because they're quick to throw away possession in the half of Spectre, and it doesn't get any it gets shots, but it doesn't get goals, and that's what they need. It comes also from what we're talking about, shot placement. If they're able to slow it down and pick out their angle, they'll be able to do a lot more offensively. That's what Miko tried to do, but their shot goes wide to the right.
Game has slowed down a little bit more. Demolition doing a good job of keeping the offensive pressure. They do a good job of recovering their boost, whether it's from the back and from the mid, and recovering quickly. That's given them lots of scoring opportunities, as that pinch goes towards the Demolition side. And it's really proven here by the 5 shots so far compared to the Spectre's 1.
Ooh. Yeah, and it's an overcommit from the Spectre that could have cost them, but Blackwatch is able to come back in and get it out for now, and Light's got plenty of space to work with. They've got to avoid the demo, and they got faked out by Miko's pinch attempt that would have missed. It's a great pump from Light, maybe sending it in. Luigi, another good save, keeping it out just barely. Miko wants the squishy save, but Luigi will get the clear off the misread from Light, and it's Blackwatch taking it the other way. What a play we're seeing from the Demolition defense this time. 3 minutes to go, Spectre still scoreless.
Spectre there was looking for a quick attacking opportunity, trying to catch the Demolition off guard in their offensive rotations. However, good save by Golden Luigi came through, and the Demolition still have that 1 goal lead.
And Luigi takes it downfield. We're going to run into Light along the way, who plays it up high for Blackwatch. Could be beat up by Miko, but it's a great dunk instead. Light has an open net, but Luigi came in from behind. They didn't see it happen. And Blackwatch gets the dribble around off the bump play from Light. What a smart move.
And this is capitalizing the most of your opportunities. Light, very heads-up play after falling onto the Demolition back wall, recognizing that the defender was right there, bumping him out of the way, and giving Blackwatch an easy goal for the Spectre, and the game's tied with half a game to go.
It's a great play to put them back in it and get into the game. But Blackwatch has another opportunity sent up high. Light's not going to be able to capitalize, so they have to take for themselves. It's going to go off the back wall, deflected by Luigi. Even further away, bump into Blackwatch from Light. It's not necessarily a miscommunication, but a lucky play for Demolition to open up their defenses and try to get this pass play working for them, as Luigi takes it up high, wants to bring it back down, but blocked smart by Blackwatch, just Light gets a clear downfield. It's probably going to be a goal. They can't get the extra touch on it. They were just too far out with no boost, and Blackwatch has to try to make up for it.
Indeed, the Spectre are doing more and more well of taking advantage of opportunities given to them. And there is another opportunity given to them as a nice dunk there by Blackwatch lands perfectly for the ball to come right to him. Open net for him, and Spectre have a lead.
Yeah, in Demolition, they had a lot of trust in each other that the teammate was going to get that clear going, but Blackwatch had the savage dunk read, and it caught them out of position, able to open up the net and score, taking the lead. With 1:30 to go now, as Miko moves downfield and doesn't get the pass, they sacrifice freestyling for positioning with the ball, and Luigi gets demoed by Light, wants to stop it, turn around the other way, but Blackwatch plays it back in, luckily for them. Luigi gonna just miss that one, and Miko gets the demo on Blackwatch. Light comes down below, it's a cutoff for Blackwatch, but they've got the boost to work with. Over the top ceiling dunk, look at the double, didn't find it. Certainly play the weak contention there. Light plays it up and a flick on in. Demo plays coming out, but not working for the Demolition. Net still open. Light puts it in.
Just unfortunate whiff there by Miko. Not usually seen in Master League, but Light, you know what, he'll say, I'll take those. And Spectre have a 2-goal lead. Less than a minute left. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Yeah, Spectre definitely going to keep this lead and take it, but Luigi almost found one upper 90, blocked away by Light. Miko is throwing it over to the left side. Light plays it up high, carrying it now down the length of the field, but Luigi has an unfortunate deflection back to their own corner. Light takes it down and over. Miko over to net dangerously. Luigi didn't get the best clearance. A shot in from Blackwatch. What a save from Miko again to get this one out, keeping the Demo's hopes and dreams alive to tie up this game. They need it and they won it, but this ball still looming around in the midfield for Blackwatch to take care of. 20 seconds winding away dangerously, but this one is one more opportunity for Luigi. Shot in, but it's rushed again, and that's going to close out this game, most likely for Spectre to take game number 2.
Indeed. And looks like a good showing there by the Spectre. They ended up still not having as many shots as the Demolition, but they definitely increased their pace as the game went on. And that was really nice to see coming out from the Spectre. They'll tie up the series, and we'll see if they can continue this sort of nice defense compared to a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Taking advantage of your opportunities when given them. They did that really well this series after playing good defense. The Demolition had 9 shots. The Spectre had 7 saves, so they were doing a very good job of, after the Demolition were done with their offensive attack, to capitalize, turn around on the field, and score.
Yeah, just a great job overall from the Spectre to turn things around. We now have a tied series, 1 apiece. We're heading to Game 3 in DFH Stadium, and I mean, it's a close series, and I love to watch these every time. Master League, just everything here in minor league esports is so much fun to watch. I enjoy every second of it, and we've got Blackwatch and Miko on the kickoff again. We'll see how it goes. To start things off, fresh clock to go. Light up for this first. For the flip reset as well, but it goes to the back wall, wide to the right. Luigi takes it up high, and Blackwatch gonna have to save the shot, but it's no connection for Miko. Boost not grabbed. It could cost them, but they will get it on the way out as Light's carrying this up from the heavens down to the earth. And Miko's got a shot, beats out the last defender, but Light, quick rotation around Miko, throws it over the top. It's a shot opportunity not taken advantage of by Luigi. They're positioned out a little too far, but they'll get the drop down, maybe into the net, but it's a save from Light. Miko committed for it. It could be a turnaround. Smart play to go back in for it, though. Luigi over the top of Light and back over to the right side. Boost grab. Demo mounting some pressure onto Spectre. Gets another pass out. Light gets the deflection. Not going to move out that quickly, though. Demo backflip from Luigi costs them. Might have to turn around here for Boost, and they will.
And Demolition, that was a good another offensive pressure that they had, but Light! He's gonna get an awesome double touch off the back wall. Gonna put the Spectre into a 1-0 lead. Nice shot by him.
turns off the lights on Demolition's defense. Miko had no idea what to do. Only 1 minute, all it took, just a few seconds to go down the other way, and Light slam dunks it down. What a way to take the lead here first in game number 3. Let's pass over though to Blackwatch, who's got to recover it this time. From the right side, flick from Luigi up high, blocked and intercepted by Light. It goes up the right corner. A little bit of almost Rule 1 action. Light gets the flick just lightly, but Blackwatch misread it. A little lack of communication. Now a bump from the demo. And it's an easy walk in the park for Miko to turn it in. Tie game.
That's just an unfortunate lack of communication from the Spectre. I can't remember who was up, but whoever was up was going to get a second touch. Whoever was looking for the shot did not know that they were going to get a second touch. And so the second touch ended up coming through. The attempted shot just ended up whiffing because of that. And Demolition took advantage of it, and we got a tie ball game.
It also looked like Light was struggling to recover on the way back, and that left a lot of space for the demo to go in, but I mean, you still had the spooky demo coming in, chasing you down to deal with after the fact, and we sit here tied 1 apiece. Miko doesn't get the save, oh no!
Such an unfortunate touch by Miko. I know what he was trying to do. They're trying to bounce it off his own back post. Just unfortunately too far backwards. And just accidentally puts it in his own net. It was so close, and the effort was there, it just accidentally goes in.
Blackwatch tries to keep it strong off the kickoff. Miko shuts it down. Moving the other way is Light. And Luigi meets him along the way. Pass out to midfield, coming in hot. Luigi's running low on boost. One of the flip reset decided against it. And Blackwatch going to be cut off by Light to take this one downfield. Pinch out from Demolition. Luigi's back to defend. And Blackwatch doesn't make contact, but Luigi continues the push over the top of Light. Could be another one once more, but it's a big boomer downfield. It's going to be blocked and saved by Miko.
I do want to point out that I feel like this game 3 is a similarity of game 2, where the Demolition have the general offensive pressure, but the Spectre are making the most out of their opportunities. Like, there's the 5th shot right there for the Demolition. Spectre only have 2. It's just a matter of when the Demolition get a little too comfortable in their offensive zone, they get caught off guard and the Spectre capitalize. But Demolition, they're bound to break through sometime.
And another factor is, when did the Demolition run out of boost? Spectre, once they get their hands on a big boost pad, it's game over as Blackwatch gets hung up by Miko and Light gets the save, luckily able to communicate well and avoid disaster in the goal. But Luigi's played one back in dangerously. Blackwatch has the clear. Miko puts it off the sidewall again, but they're going to lose possession from a strong clear as Light moves downfield. Wants another double touch. They almost found it. Blackwatch comes in for the cleanup, blocked by Miko. It's a strong clear way downfield, down the pipe for Luigi, and in, no pun intended, Super Mario Bros.
And that was a good block by Miko. He kind of went flying off in the distance afterwards, but it really stalled out the ball really well for Golden Luigi to punch that in after the Spectre. They were trying so hard to get a good offensive pressure in, but they just got a little bit too comfortable in the offensive zone. They kind of let their guard down. The ball got past them. Golden Luigi with a nice shot.
Yeah, but even so, they get to sacrifice boost a lot, and they keep going for positioning, which keeps them in a position to keep striking over and over and over again, and that's a boost grab from Miko. As Blackwatch clears it up to Light, no pass connection found. Still a tie game, dangerous now for the Spectres. They find themselves out of position, backboard read inbound. It doesn't even need it. Luigi gets a floater in, top shelf.
And Luigi, this man, I feel like he's the king of shot placements here, at least this series. Well placed right in that top side of the net. Both Spectre players could not reach it, and Demolition now have the lead here in Game 3.
Well, 50 seconds to go. We've seen what the Spectre have been able to do in game number 2. They can certainly pull it off once more in game 3. Light wants to flick over to Blackwatch, but it goes right behind him off the 50. From Luigi, Miko, and Blackwatch fighting for this one in the midfield, but Light comes in for another shot. It's a bouncer. Luigi, quick reaction, to get back up there. Great reflexes on the defensive end. Miko, not the best of clears, sent in again by Light. He's got to hold down everything by their own self. Blackwatch plays it up high. It's not the best touch, and it leaves it over for Light to regroup with. But Luigi had the beat for a minute there, but it's a great dunk.
No way! Light is hopping off this series. He blocks the clear, and off of the ceiling, he controls the car, bounces the ball down, crossbar down into the net. That is a play of the week if I have ever seen one myself.
If you see something you like that, be sure to clip it for your Balls Garana Play of the Week. Submit it in the MLE Discord server under #Play of the Week. That was savage reads from Light to tie the game even. They have another clear and opportunity here, blocked by Miko. Floater over. They keep it up. It's another one in to steal the game. Who is this guy?
Who else but Light? Great concentration to keep that up, just barely floats in the net. 0-second goal for Light and the Spectre, and they come from behind to win this game off of the hard carrying from Light in this game.
I can't believe it. I'm at a loss for words. Light is straight up savage. My voice is gone. They're stealing the light from my voice and my soul. Look at them popping up. 5 shots, 4 saves, 3 goals. I didn't have a moment to recollect myself. All 3 of their goals were highlight reel worthy, and a great steal at the end to get the win over Demolition. They sit on series point 2-1 to Demolition.
This man, he's popping off. When I say the Spectre knew how to take advantage of the opportunities given to them, I did not think Light would make 2 separate double taps in this game and have the game winner at 0 seconds. But you know what? He took my advice to heart, and the Spectre are gonna go up 2-1 in this series. I'm amazed.
He took your advice to his freestyler heart, and goodness, it makes me so happy to see freestyles. Being another member of the freestyling community, that was epic, and that's all I have to say about it. That is my professional opinion. We've got another game and a fresh clock. We can't let the hype get to us for too long, especially shown there off the whiff from Light. Luckily, Blackwatch is able to bail themselves out of the play. Luigi gets up 50. Could be looking for a demo. Blackwatch was certainly watching Miko's movements there, but couldn't get contact on their car. But they do have midfield held down pretty well and space to work with, but Miko to deal with once more. Blackwatch doesn't get the 50 to keep it alive in offense, and it's something the Demolition are trying to do to shut them down. They want to get in their face and pull away with more offensive pressure than they've been showing.
Yeah, and if you're the Demolition, you can't let that last game get in your head. You just gotta go back to what has been working. Increased offensive pressure and stealing the boost from the Spectre. Because you've had really good offensive moments, and it's shown by the amount of shots you put up each game, even in your losses. So if you just keep pounding at it and doing what you're doing, stealing the boost, and just making sure that the clear does not come out from the Spectre, you'll eventually get in there. And with Golden Luigi, with his great shot placement ability, I can think it'll happen, but that'll be pinched, and who else but Light? And just...
Wait, it was a calculated pinch, team pinch from Blackwatch and Light? I thought it was an own kill from Demo, but they'll take those. Alright then. That's a way to put yourselves in the lead one more time. I wish I just had eyeballs to begin with, because that's just incredible plays. Light gets the credit, wanted a cheeky redirect from the wall, but Luigi's got some space to work with. You were talking about Demolition not letting that last game get in their head, but that team pinch, you're like, oh, come on, that's got to be luck. But no, it was calculated, and here's another double touch opportunity missed by Light. Blackwatch puts it up high, could be a floater saved by Miko. Was in risk for a crossbar down situation. Light 50 at the Blackwatch, who has a shot. They fired in. Demo savage from Light. Spectre are really starting to run away with it.
They've found their groove. They're not letting the Demolition get into their offensive comfortable zone. And since the offensive zones with the Demolition are more comfortable, when they're constantly put on defense, they're kind of at a loss of what to do. And just a great demo play by Lights, allowing Blackwatch to have a free net to shoot on. It's just great communication, and the Spectre have a 2-goal lead as we approach 3 minutes.
Well, it could be looking to be a 1-goal lead off that shot from Luigi, blocked by Blackwatch. Demolition tried to extend out into midfield, but Luigi's there on the backboard. Maybe one more try. Light misses their pinch clear. It's a shot in. Top shelf again from Miko to put Demolition in the game.
And Miko taking the page from Golden Luigi, learning how to get nice
Angles.
Shot placement coming out from the side, putting it in the very top section of the net. Demolition, they're still in this game.
Oh, 100%. It's not too far out of reach. We're not even to halftime just yet, but Blackwatch sets themselves up another opportunity. Pinched out by Miko, taking a page out of the Spectre's book again. And Luigi meets it down. They've got a tough read off the back wall. They're awkward as well. Blackwatch fires another shot. Miko gets the save, pinched off the crossbar, and Luigi moves down the left side.
But now it's Spectre's turn to really try to boost Starve out of the Demolition, but that was a good flick over by Miko. It has no boost, looking for a pass maybe, but doesn't make contact, and Blackwatch will get the clear on that.
Well, Miko in shadow defense position turns early because they know they had a teammate back, but maybe a little too soon. And now it's Luigi who's failed their clear. Shot goes high for Blackwatch. Certainly another guaranteed goal opportunity for the Spectre. Gone away, but Light wants to flip reset for the highlight reel, but they don't get it. They just couldn't find the angle and positioning to work with Luigi. Almost found another down the pipe, but Miko doinks it off themselves. Dunked by Light. Sent the other way. Luigi's already back at it. Blackwatch, difficult read, missed again. Luigi coming in for the shot. It's clean and in. Equalizer found.
And Golden Luigi taking the most out of the situation. Blackwatch, unfortunate miss, but good job by Golden Luigi. He's a good shot placer. I'm telling you, man. I like this dude on the Demolition, and he ties up the game here. We got approaching 1 minute 30 seconds. Let's see who gets the next.
Yeah, and you're talking about shot placement. It's something we were talking about earlier that Golden Luigi was really, golden on. But Blackwatch is still going to shut down those opportunities, and it's a double commit and double whiff from Demolition off the rebound read. And that's Blackwatch coming in with yet another goal for a Spectre 3-2 lead.
And I'm gonna say this was Light's doing. He baited out the Demolition into thinking he's gonna pinch it off of the back wall. He ended up missing. The Demolition ended up missing, which means that Blackwatch got a free net. So I'm gonna say yes, totally all Light's doing right there.
Oh yeah, well Light sends one down in their own corner for Luigi to take over. They head to the ceiling. They want to match the highlight reel, but Blackwatch is like, nah, I don't think so today. Light's got a pre-jump, maybe? Hold on, double check me on this, Dud.
Well, let's check it out. Blackwatch with a good clear. Nah, it wasn't a pre-jump. He just read it pretty. I think he just read it pretty well. He had plenty of time to see how high that ball was gonna bounce. But nonetheless, good shot by Light. It's gonna get the Spectre back out to a 2-goal lead. We've hit 1 minute left. The Spectre are just really put it on the page, but maybe off the kickoff, and it is gonna be Golden Luigi. So, good kickoff there by the Demolition. Golden Luigi able to capitalize, and Demo brings it back within 1.
Man, I wanted to talk about that pre-jump determination, whatever mathematic calculation, but Golden Luigi's like, no, it's my turn to get some screen time. Minute to go. It's a lead for Spectre as Blackwatch moves it down the left side, left wall, double touch, maybe for their teammate to capitalize on, but no, Light waits it smartly out in the right field. They've got to put it back, and they do so. Wow, Light really getting smart with these reads. It's just mechanics. Oh man, I'm struggling to put it into words. I get that's my job here, but Light is just otherworldly with these reads. I don't know even how they find those or how they even practice that kind of consistency, but it's why the Spectre have been able to hold on to a lead, and Blackwatch has a breakaway downfield, and that's a goal, probably securing the game for Spectre.
And that was a very smart pass from Golden Luigi. Miko just was very slow to it. He had a really good shot opportunity, but just simply slow to the pass. I'm not sure if he just didn't expect it or just too far away, but it'll be taken advantage of by the Spectre. Blackwatch gonna get his hat trick of this game. And yeah, approaching 10 seconds, Spectre have a 2-goal lead.
Light. Oh, I thought he had another highlight reel in him in this game number 4. But it's going to be Miko trying to carry it away, shut down by Light. Who else would it be? They're like, no. You listen here. This is my time to shine. And they take a game 4, putting them in a 3-1 victory over the Demolition. But we still have one more game to play, Dud.
Yes, we do. And, I mean, Demolition, even though the Spectre have kind of popped off and seen how they just mesh well together, the Demolition, still haven't been lacking on the shots. The Spectre may have had 11 shots, the Demolition had 10. So they're still finding ways to get offensive prowess, but the Spectre have just been getting good solo plays and taking advantage of opportunities given to them. If the Demolition go back to their bread and butter of game 1, boost starting the Spectre and eventually just forcing it in eventually when the Spectre have no boost, the Demolition can take game 5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. You looked at the stat board, it was just pretty much even in saves and shots. Like, saves was dead on the dot. Shots, just one more going to the Spectre, and it works in their favor. It's all coming down to shooting percentage and accuracy for the Demolition if they want to take this game 5 and not go out in a 4-1. But Nico waits it out in the midfield, pinch with Blackwatch. Golden Luigi with a shot, tried to place it behind Light. It was a great effort in the thought. It's the thought it's the thought that counts, but unfortunately in a game like Rocket League, it's the shot that counts, and Blackwatch wants to teach it to him, but no pass connection over to Light. They might look for a demo instead. Luigi waits it out patiently. Interesting choice in the midfield. Pass over to Miko. Again, this time the Demolition missing their opportunity. Almost placed again behind Blackwatch, but is played out to the right side.
And here we go. The Demolition are doing what I wanted them to do, having increased offensive pressure, just blocking every clear that's coming out. Finally, Blackwatch barely able to get it out in time. But if Golden Luigi can get a good clear here, it's back on the offense for the Demolition, and indeed he does. So let's see how the Demolition can handle. Eventually, they'll get a shot on target, but first they gotta get some defense going.
Yeah, and it's something we saw earlier that we haven't seen much of from the Demolition all series long, that early offensive pressure, making those smart decisions when they need to, sacrificing boosts when they need to as well on the half of Spectre. And if they can do that, they'll be able to pull some momentum that they had going for them early on. But it looks a little unlikely as right now. Spectre continue downfield, and Blackwatch is another player to keep your eyes on. When they get those powerful clears downfield, it's an instant transition into Spectre into Demolition territory from the Spectre, and it just shuts down any hopes that the Demolition have to score.
Yeah, Blackwatch is kind of the unsung hero. While Light had these great plays, double touches and
like
stuff, that was close.
It's an
Light, he off the rebound. He's gonna get it. Spectre gonna take the lead first here in game 5.
Well, Golden Luigi couldn't make it back. They try to clear. They wanted the pinch, but it's an unlucky bounce, and it goes all the way to the other side. Nice speed on it. Light gets a goal for Spectre, and with the way that things have been and the way the scoreline shows itself, when Spectre get on the board first, they've been able to take every single game. We'll see if the Demolition can flip the script on them, but it looks unlikely. Shot from Light goes wide to the left side. Miko's already up on the right wall to move downfield a little more. Gets it past one defender, blocked out by Light to the other side. Luigi's there to keep it in. This is those smart plays from the Demolition. Double commit from Spectre now, maybe allowing Miko to put one over a defender. They put it over both, in fact. Luigi off the back wall, floater in front of net. Saved and pinched upwards by Blackwatch. Lucky touch from Light off the read, and Luigi's playing it back in, but man, it's so frustrating to play against such a good defense like we have here from the Demolition, or from the Spectre.
And what I want to see the Demolition do is to get the ball into Golden Luigi's hands a little more often. He has excellent shot placement, and he takes a shot there to get saved by Blackwatch. But if Miko can get the ball to Golden Luigi and Golden Luigi has time to make a shot, I feel like eventually the demo will break through as he does have good shot placement.
Oh, or Miko, instead of playing support, wants to come out and score the equalizer for Demolition. But I agree with you entirely. Luigi is kind of more so the striker for Demolition, and Miko is a great support player. So if you can mesh those playstyles together, you might be able to take the lead in game number 5.
But of course, Miko there, good shot placement from himself, able to realize the ball bouncing off the corner was not the easiest to read, and he was able to get a nice shot himself, and Demolition has tied up this game.
Yeah, well, it's a demo onto one of the Demolition players to send them back into their own territory. The door might be closing, though, as Blackwatch has a shot in, blocked by Miko. They'll get a save, but they've rushed the second touch follow-up, and it leaves the ball for Light. That highlight reel player shut down by a bump from Miko all the way down again. Luigi, we talk about them striking, and they've got these long shots on par today.
This was such a big brain play by Miko. Just bumping him out of the way, knowing that he wanted to go for that air dribble and saying, you know what, instead of going for the ball, I'm going to go for the player. And I know that Golden Luigi, he has my back, and he will score. And he did, and just an excellent play to leave the net wide open for the Demolition. They're able to capitalize. They have the lead here as we approach a minute.
Yeah, player trust is so important in every aspect of Rocket League. If you don't trust your teammate, it's a lot harder to get work done. But Demolition, they seem to have found it, and there's more trust as Miko pushed out, allowing Luigi this opportunity to score. It's blocked, though, by that frustrating Spectre defense. Blackwatch was getting a little roughhouse by Luigi, but nothing they can't handle. Bump in the face of Spectre. It's a passover blocked again by Light. Man, just Spectre are able to hold down every door and close off all the gates for the Demolition to swing in and score. And there's just so much to this defense. How do you break it down if you're a Demolition player?
Well, they do have 2 goals to their names. They've been doing a good job. The thing about the Demolition is they've gone back to game 1 where they've just had increased offensive pressure, and eventually you just accidentally let in 1. Most of the time, the Spectre has been stopping these shots, but it's just a matter of offense here in game 5. We're approaching the end of the game, and this ball can no longer touch the ground. Light can't get to it, and Demolition's going to salvage the series. This still is a 3-2 victory for the Spectre.
Well, all right then. We might have been looking at an overtime there, but what a showing. Spectre getting the victory over Demolition. Demolition do take game 5, though, so they don't go away too empty-handed. Great series overall, nothing to be ashamed of, especially going into next week when we talk about other teams having to qualify for playoffs, but I believe, like you mentioned at the beginning, that both of these teams already have a spot to be in playoffs, so good for them. But anything else you have to add about this series, Dud? Anything that you saw you want to point out more?
The Spectre are now only 1 game behind the Elite for that first seed. So getting a series win here was huge. Obviously, a 4-1 or a 5-0 would have been better, but you have a very, very good chance at getting that 1 spot. Because you do not get blown up by this game, you have some, so I'd say, pretty decent, pretty easy opponents to play. Comets are next up, 23-32. Wizards 17-38. So the Spectre, they're riding a high train. They have a good chance to take that number 1 spot from the Elite. On the Demolition side, yes, you may have lost the series, but it was a 2-3 series. So you're gonna go to, what is it, 34-26? That's still fine. And the Pandas are still 3 games below you. So you still have some sort of a cushion, and you as well have those easy opponents left. The Wizards first, then the Comets. So I feel like with the Demolition, since you did not get completely blown out, you're probably fine, and you will also have a wildcard spot heading into playoffs.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all for Demolition. So like we said, don't go hanging your head low. Hold your chins up high because you've got a great spot to be in. But that does conclude our action, at least from me and Dud. But we still have more coming at you right after this break.